What is happening, everybody? It's Cody here with the Sea of Wealth, helping you to ride the financial tides to success. So today I'm going to be telling you about how I got started, and I know the struggles. I've been there. I know how you're feeling. I know what it's like to feel hopeless sometimes, to feel like there's just too much pressure, there's too many options, too many possibilities, with no clue where to go or how to take it. So it's been a continuous journey for me to learn the things that I need to do in order to find success. And for every single person, it's going to be different. But for me, it really kicked off at the start of this year. I went to a free event for a coaching program, and I knew that it was a lot of things that I needed. I knew it was really what I needed to take my life to the next level, to take my business, to take my social life, basically every aspect of my life, to take that to the next level. I knew what I needed to do for that. And so I went to this program, and I didn't have the money to pay for these programs, right? I barely had enough. I was barely making enough to just cover what my monthly expenses were in terms of rent, bills. I was recently divorced, so single, and I have more bills than I did the previous few months, and it was just a lot of stuff. So as the opportunity comes for me to enroll in this program, I'm thinking to myself, I don't have the money for this. I really want to do this, but I just don't think that I can. Like, I just don't know how. And then through listening to the various coaches at that seminar, I had a revelation. I realized that all the things that I was doing to myself all along for the past 5+ years that I've been trying to make this work, I realized that because of my lack of confidence and my lack of faith in the universe to provide for me and to provide the opportunities there, to provide the insight that I needed, because of my lack of this, it was keeping me held back. This very thing was the mental barrier that I was having trouble pushing through. And I knew in my mind that if I wanted to find success, I had to push past this, and I had to take that chance, to take that leap of faith, because it's something that I had studied, something that you hear on inspirational videos, it's something that I had talked about in the past, telling my friends and my family and myself even, and listening to videos every single day, talking about taking that leap of faith, taking that next step, taking massive action. I knew these things, but I don't feel like I was really following through with them, because it's scary. All right, it's fucking scary to take that step, to step into your fear and step into your power, or to step into your power by pushing through your fears. Okay? So, what did I do? Well, considering that I didn't have a whole lot of money on me because I went out of town. Actually, I had just gotten paid, so I did have a little bit of money. The problem was that money was supposed to go towards my bills. Instead, I realized that I needed to do this for myself, because it was not only an opportunity of a lifetime that I would probably never get again, because of all the deals and all the special offers that come with being at the actual seminar, but also because it's what I needed to push through those mental blocks that I had. So I ended up investing about $8,000+ in these programs. Now, mind you, I was only making enough money to pay my bills, and I didn't really have a whole lot left over. Maybe a little bit, a few hundred maybe. But with these, because I got put on payment plans so that I could pay off these coaching programs. And so what happened is I was dishing out about an extra $1,000 to $2,000 a month. Now, whenever you think about these situations and what you're going to do, it's really easy to jump towards fear, to jump towards, wanting to feel security, to wanting to be certain in where your future is going. By doing this, I had to take that leap and just trust that it was going to happen. And also, I had to take massive fucking action. Massive action. No more excuses. Because up until this point, I knew that I was making excuses for myself, but I didn't know how to overcome them. I didn't know how to overcome the mental blocks that I was having. So I took this leap of faith, and I'm driving. It's about a 6-hour drive from Chicago to Louisville, and I'm driving back. And I remember just feeling just this sense of freedom, this sense of power that, man, I finally did it. I finally took that leap. I finally stepped into my power, pushing through my fears. And I felt so free, so alive. But just like anything, whenever you go to a motivational speaker or some kind of seminar, it's easy to be motivated at the very beginning. But then as time progresses on, life starts to set back in. Your old habits start to set back in. The programming that we've had our entire lives continues to perpetuate itself no matter what it is that I'm telling myself. Until we changed that programming. And it wasn't until I continued to push through and I continued for months to put myself out there. And what I did is I knew that I had to come up with a short-term solution to make money now and a long-term solution to break free financially for good and leave my job. So I started to do Postmates. I started to deliver food to people. I had previously done Lyft a couple of years back, and that was a great way for me to make some side cash. But I continued to search for all these various methods of how to make money online, offline. I was reaching out to people that I knew, posting on Facebook, posting on various social media sites. There's a Nextdoor app. It's basically like a social media for your neighborhood, your neighboring areas, if you will. If you're not familiar with, I don't know if it's a well-known app or what, but it's really helped me connect with people in my area and get jobs in my community, like side jobs, like painting, just like little skill-based things, organizing, whatever it is. So I began to learn how to make money outside of a 9-to-5. And that gave me not only the skills to build a business outside of my job, but it also gave me the mental programming that I needed to break free, because I was no longer addicted to the corporate world. I was no longer addicted to this 9-to-5 drug that they had been giving me in the form of money, keeping me there, trapped, caged like an animal. No longer. And now, suddenly, I realized what I needed to do to break free and to find that freedom for myself. And so I finally found, I remember I came home, and this is probably 2 months after I enrolled in the program and everything. I came home after working a long day. I'm tired, my feet are sore. I'd worked my full-time job, which was 8:30 to 5 or 6, depending on whenever we get out. And then I would go do construction with my buddy for another 3 to 4 hours. And then from there, I would go home, and then I would work on building my business online. So I come home, ready to relax, ready to take that edge off, to get some nice warm food, refresh myself. And I walk into my apartment, and something seems off. There's a coolness in the air that I didn't feel before. And as I looked around my apartment, I noticed that there was no lights on. There was no electricity at all. It had been shut off. And I'd been thinking to myself that I needed to pay this, but I was so far behind, I was like, okay, I'm gonna pay it when I get paid on Friday. So it's currently Tuesday. And so I was like, well, shit. Now I have to figure out a way to make sure I get myself up by setting my alarm, because my phone didn't really have much battery, so I had to figure out what I could do in the meantime. So I found a coffee shop, the earliest coffee shop that opened at 6 a.m. My work started at 8:30. So I decided that since I couldn't work on my business there at my apartment, obviously because I had no electricity, that I was going to get up as early as I possibly could and go to this coffee shop, fucking make it happen. And when I did that, it changed. It gave me a new environment to work from, which elicited new ideas for myself, and that gave me the ability to really get the idea to find, to have that light bulb moment. I realized while I'm sitting there in the coffee shop, essentially this whole upstairs lobby to myself, and one of the most bomb-ass vegan donuts I've ever had. It was so good. So I'm sitting up there working on all my stuff, and then it hits me. Like, all these tools that I've been using this whole time for the past few months, it isn't what I really want to do. It isn't in alignment with my future business. It doesn't feel like the right thing for me. And I was reading a book. It's called .com Secrets. If you haven't heard about it, it's an amazing book. Check it out. I'm going to put a link in the description. If you're interested, it's an amazing resource. And I was reading that book on and off over the past few weeks. And then I realized, like, this is exactly what I needed. This is exactly what I've been missing this whole freaking time. So what I did is I decided that I was going to use the software that was mentioned in this book, and I was going to build my business from there. So from there, in case you're wondering, that software is ClickFunnels. And if any of you want to try it, I can get you a free 14-day trial if you're interested. It's an amazing software, amazing platform, an amazing group of individuals, community to help support. I've had so many people message me, and it's just, it feels nice to have other people that are doing a similar thing. So I decided to do this. It'd been on my radar for a long time, and I knew that it was coming. It was eventually going to find its way into my life. So actually what I decided to do was I did the One Funnel Away Challenge. And the One Funnel Away Challenge, if you're not familiar, it's basically 30 days, and they help you go from a total newbie to launching your business. And I'd had business programs before. I'd been in coaching programs before, so I had some experience. And I'd also been building a brand over the past few months, so I knew sort of what it is that I wanted to do. So I decided this was perfect. This is exactly what I needed. And currently, I'm still 3 weeks into the One Funnel Away Challenge, and I just quit my job like 5 days ago. I'm finally taking that leap. I'm finally doing the things that I've always wanted to do, and I'm finally able to structure my life in a way that is in alignment with what it is that I want. That'll help me become the best version of myself and help me extend that to other people as well. And through all of this, it helped me realize that I had the answers all along. It helped me realize that there was a lot of blocks that was keeping me stuck mentally. And until you break past those and find the confidence in yourself, everything else is going to essentially be nullified, because it's going to be filtered through that lens of uncertainty and lack of confidence. You're going to filter your entire life through that lens, and no matter what it is that you do, you're destined to fail. And finally, I've been able to quit my job and do what it is that I love to do. And I've never felt more alive. I'm so ecstatic. And I'm so ready for what the future holds. So if you enjoyed this content, please like, subscribe, share. I'm looking to help as many people as I can. If anything, just inspire other people to do what they love to do, to take that leap themselves to pursue the businesses they've always wanted to pursue, and to stop limiting themselves, to stop holding themselves back from the true greatness that is contained within all of us. So thank you for listening. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.